So, hi everyone, we're going to do a wee pick a card, pick a pile for the new moon Aquarius energy because we're still in it. It was technically yesterday as I'm filming it, but we're still very much in the energy and we're in the Aquarius moon for most of the day today on the Thursday as I'm filming it. So, but again, remember, if you happen to find this later on, this can make sense whenever. So, for those of you that haven't done this before, go with what pulls you in first, like the very first one that pulls you in before you start overthinking it. And that would be in any energy, but definitely in all this air energy, you're very likely to do that. So just go with what pulls you in first and don't overthink it. You can pick A, B, or C. You could pick a combination of a couple of them. You could pick all of them. You know yourself. So you go with what you're drawn to. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to read, and just bear in mind that even when you do pick one, there is a chance it might not resonate because, like, this is collective. So, but most of the time, whatever you pick, there's going to be something in it that you needed to hear, even if it's for the future. So bear that in mind. I read the past, present, and future. And right, so what I'm going to do is for everyone, I'm going to read all of the dragon card, and then the next card, because these are really long, they've got like, longer examples. I've picked ones that I want to read from the book. I often don't read from the books from any of my cards, but I picked ones that I want to read the longer message. I'm going to read the rest of the message to the other one in the extended. If you want the extended, you can join the first level of the membership where there's other, well, I think there's over 40 videos now, like from other pick a piles, which will be adding more. I try to do one, I wouldn't say one a week, one maybe every couple of weeks, just whenever I'm guided. Sometimes there'll be a few in a week, sometimes there won't be one for a couple of weeks. It's all very spontaneous, but like I said, there's loads of stuff to binge on there. And sometimes they get released early and then they'll be released in public shortly after, or a week after, a day after. Sometimes it's only 24 hours after. Sometimes they don't get released in public at all, and that's tends to be the more juicy kind of more shadow work, or just ones that I'm led that this isn't for public. So there are like exclusive ones over there that aren't likely to see the public. So yeah, I'll trust that you would be led to what you want. So I'm just going to give you the last warning to pick whatever one you're drawn to, and then I'm going to get into it. So see you in a minute. So, hi again. Again, there wouldn't have been much of a time lapse there, but I paused it to bring it through here. So, we have, if you pick the loss, and we've got Rooster Mama. Now, don't know if it's going to be of importance here with these oracle cards. Sometimes I read them in reverse, sometimes I don't. But in case some of you like to interpret it in your own way, because obviously I know a lot of you are very psychic yourself, and even if you think you're not, you are. And if you want to develop that, do some one-to-one work with me, or do my group work, or just hang around the channel, because my energy does activate other people's gifts, and I'm here to basically teach about stuff like that. I teach about it and just the way that I clear and read the energy in every single video. So yeah, if you are new, everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy, and you can watch my normal intro and the rest of all of them. I won't go into it because I know most people will be people that are here all the time. So, like I said, they were both in reverse. So, intuitively, before I read from the book, because like I said, if you are new around here, I was told a lot. So, again, whenever I go into my wee stories about myself or clients, which would always be anonymous, and basically, if you ever see me saying anybody's name, either directly to them, like, oh, in our session last night, or if I mention someone's name, it's because either they've said it first in public, or they've given me permission on the session. So just know that. Otherwise, when I'm led, I will talk about things, but it would always be anonymous. You wouldn't know who it was anyway. So right, so unless you say, "Oh, that was me," nobody's going to know, kind of thing, right? So, but the thing is, a lot of the things I help people with are so deep that even I don't often really even go as deep into it as what is what I help people. So right, so you'll know if you've had a session with me like that, you'll know what I mean. So anyway, it's again, I'm very mysterious high priestess. So basically, this is all going to have something to do with this. And you know what's so weird, right? Is these cards came out, not the lost, but Rooster Mama came out in one of the lives that I've done, and instantly Mama, mum. So this could be about a mother in this equation, however that fits in. And particularly, like, look at, you can't see, right? But as I'm standing here, that's all I can see. Now, this is about money because they're financial cards, but the words in it I feel are going to be, so I feel this, there could be something to do with like a jealous mum somewhere, wherever that, like I said, and that can be someone's mum, whether it's your mum, someone else's mum, mother of a child. You can extend it to someone that just is a mum. However that fits, and it can, we'll just see. But actually, this card, when I read it, actually isn't even about anything like that. But it's just because it says mama, that is what I got from it. So, of course, you could be the mother in this equation too, right? Because it's more about being rebellious and different. And so, like I said, I think I'm only going to read this one, and I'm going to read a bit of that, and then the rest will be read and extended with extra cards. So you can just use your intuition whether you want to hear the rest of it. And we'd love to have you in the membership. It was a great way to give back to the channel. And yeah, just experience some of that miraculous energy that's going about. Because, like I said in the post, the jury's out whether it's got anything to do with the daily prayer circle there. But I just happened to know, so I went, oh wait a minute, that's weird. In the space of 24 hours, like there's only 5 people in there, and 2 people, and this is the first level, so this isn't like the second one, and this is only the first level. 2 people have had kind of similar, like someone doubled scratch card winning, something like that, and then someone else had told me that they'd had double the amount in vouchers or coupons or something like that. So in the past, right? And remember, I've only had this membership. I've ran memberships for years, but I've only had this particular membership um since I think I started in the summer, like June or July or something. So, and like I said, we've been a little tiny but mighty group, and and went went through a lot in that time. But it's kind of like So again, if you're led, you're led. I feel it's a soul family thing. And when I add on the higher levels again, there'll be 2 other levels, or maybe just the one. But I'm waiting for the green light to do that, and I feel that will be about focused for twins that are actually in union or preparing to be in union. But we'll just see when that comes about. So all this is going to be relevant. But yeah, unfortunately, I do feel there is something about some kind of jealousy. So we'll just read this. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So, I mean, that's kind of horrible, but I mean, now I feel like, that could be like someone's actual mum that is jealous of them, whether that is you or your person. But like I said, this could be, a mum that isn't, well, like I said, a mum can either have an issue with their own child, sadly, or this could be a mum with a problem with a twin flame. Like kind of when people are very territorial over, like, you're being taken away from yourself. So it's so many, and again, it could be the mother of a child, like an ex, or again, more understandable if somebody's like leaving a mother of a child for like a twin flame or something, because that's going to be relevant for at least some people out there on the twin flame journey. But and especially because we've got loss here. So again, it kind of annoys me when they make me go off and see things out of the shot, because I like to pull on camera, but um I'll just trust that was for a reason. Also, I'm not even using this deck, and it's through there, but they've just pulled me to Burning Desire, Flames of Passion Ignite. So yeah, I do think either way, perhaps there's been some kind of jealousy situation that's stopped something coming together, but it's like, yeah, that's what's really come through. It feels, and again, remember, we've got Mars retrograde in Cancer right now. It's all things to do with mother healing, mother issues. That's why I'm doing these daily lives, bringing that in. Not so much the last couple of days, because I was focused on all the Aquarius energy and the shift into the new moon and stuff. But I'll get back to the 3 different types, the mother healing. And again, I just like to stress, if you do want to get a session, it's significantly less than what they usually are. Then that will go away, maybe even as soon as next week. But I kind of low key foresee that I might be guided to keep that on at least another couple of weeks, maybe even a month. But it will come down at some point, and I won't necessarily give warning. So, tune in to your intuition there. But yeah, Flames of, and thank you if you have booked already. But I was doing that to basically help people out with it being January and stuff. I know lots of people's money, won't be affected by all that, and don't let it fall into the doom and gloom. Good for you if you don't kind of let that lack consciousness come in. But again, a lot of people do struggle. So Flames of passion ignite, but I just feel there's some kind of desire is overriding the fear that has been instilled or something like that. So anyway, let's read this. So we've got loss. I did have the page and then I lost it again. So I think with me having the page and then losing it again, I feel that's symbolic of somebody was moving towards like where they wanted to go. And then, like I said, whoever this is in the equation, I feel this mother figure or the mother, whatever connection they are, like had a lot to do with like pulling like this person away, like distracting them. Like maybe it's just, a very needy mother type energy, like that just demands a lot of attention and it's like just held this person back. But whoever, male, female, whatever you are, or if this is about your parents, there's something going on here. So you're a dragon rider. Oh look, and then remember the other day, there's a film, I've not watched it, but it looks like a kid's film, and it was actually called Dragon Rider. So you're a dragon rider, a warrior of the light. You have been placed here on earth to fight for a better world. We are the light-filled warriors of Lady Gaia, and the beings that live on earth love this world. We stand up for love and light because they are wonderful and yet they could be lost. Deep within us, we have the knowledge that we're ready to connect once again with the power of dragons and unicorns. It is our nature to protect, preserve, be aware of our earth, as a paradise to be reconquered with your help. Focus on what is valuable, on what could be lost, on love, on wonderful and divine creation and the natural world here on earth. Do whatever is in your power to protect nature, including your own natural environment. We are who we are only because we have something to lose. We warriors of the light, dragon riders, unicorn souls, sorcerers and priestesses, and whatever words resonate for you, I'm just going to chip in. Our belief is a sword. Our belief is our sword. Our love is our shield. We are the guardians of this world. Call your dragon and join within it, the enter in the service of love. For some reason, like, I feel that like the armor of God prayer might really speak to you, or it might just be something about bringing in more prayer into your life, and again, like I said, whether you actually know Bible verses off by heart or, you just, you find them in some sort of way, either, electronically or physically, or whether you don't really have a lot of knowledge at all and you just feel connected to it. Because again, I'm, believe it or not, the latter. Like, I actually was really flattered when one of you that actually tunes in is, was brought up religious and does know the Bible and, and all of it really well. And that person had just automatically assumed that I knew the Bible because of how I speak and how it brings through. But like, no, like I was not brought up religious at all. And it's, I think my family find it kind of interesting how I talk about everything, really. And definitely the use of talking about God all the time stuff. But again, it was just a natural progression that I used to say spirit to do my mediumship, and then I just felt more connected for saying God, and like, yeah, that's just really how it is. But so there could be something about all of that as well that could be meaningful too. But yeah, so there's some kind of loss here, and again, I do feel it's what I said here. So let's see now what this says. So so I'm just going to read the first bit, and then I'm going to go and I will record the extended. So Rooster Mama is her own person. She's a rebel, a maverick, a renegade, an offbeat individual who dances to her own rhythms. She's the authentic eccentric who doesn't fall in with the plans other people make for her, or I'm going to say him, but creates her own consciousness with optimism and flair for self-expression. She says you're unique, positive, and rebellious too. And so I'll read the affirmation too, but again, I'll read the rest of it, including it's the little sort of meditation bit that would be in another book is called A Healing Trick, and they are actually really quite good. So I'm going to leave that for the extended. And also it's number 16, it's Tower card. Again, I feel there's going to be a Tower moment here, which I suppose it depends who you are in this equation, right? I feel with the Burning Desire card, I don't even know where I've put it now, there's like the passion in this connection that is burning inside this divine masculine, whether, this is you or your person, whether they're male or female, whether you're male or female, it could be same sex, whatever's going on here. I feel it is some kind of mother, again, like I said, whatever connection it is, has been a part of holding this person back, but the loss and the burning desire, it's all too much. And again, it kind of fits in with a lot of the star sign ones I've done too. So the affirmation is, I enjoy being my true self with confidence, colour and optimism. So yeah, you know, it is that kind of feeling of like somebody's no longer like listening to wherever this jealousy has come from. And again, it's, I'm sorry to say, I'm getting this feeling as well. It's not necessarily jealousy and what you might think. It's like, because they're pulling my eyes up to the gold pineapple, it's like I feel whoever this mother figure is, it's like they don't have what it is this passion is about. So like I said, whether that is an ex that isn't happy and they're, you know, they don't want you, they don't want you to move on, or like I said, they could be a present partner that you've not got that kind of passion and they need you for financially or want you for the kids or whatever. It's something like that. Or it could be, like I said, someone's own mother doesn't have that in their life and it's like, so why should you? So again, it's particularly, that last was particularly nasty, but you just, again, I've had that come up with people and say, so I got guided to pick up these. So before I go into the extended, and the way I'm going to have to film these, I'm going to have to film the ones for the public and then get back to this. So if you are in the membership, just know this extended will be coming at some point and I would like to get it done before I settle down. Basically I want to be finished all my filming by like tea time tonight. If it's a bit later, it's fine. But like basically I won't be filming on the Friday and that my weekend starts then. But so yeah, if I run out of steam, I might leave the extended for next week, but I'll try not to because I'd like to just get it done. But let's see. So you and I were too young. So there's something here, and I know I messed everything up. So perhaps it was even, this could even be for, if you take it how it resonates for all different people, it could be that this came from a, you know, a bit of the shadow, the unhealed shadow, and a bit of what I say, like this person didn't have that in their life, or they still don't have it. But it could also be like, you know, I could see how a mother could be like, you know, you're too young to settle down, you know, and it's, yeah, and then I regret lying to you has come into it too. So it's just however I know I crossed the line with you. So yeah, all of that's going to be relevant in some kind of way, and only you'll know. But I'm going to leave that one there. So I'm going to go on to B now. So if you chose B, we've got prayer, which is really interesting considering what just came up in A. So if you haven't watched A, I would watch A. And then we've got out the darkness. So we've got a 2, 2 is the high priestess. There could be some kind of secrets here, secret feeling someone's held back. Could be a secret that somebody's healing. Could be a secret that somebody's with someone else. Could be a secret that, yeah, it could be none of these things. It could be all these things. It could be one of these, two of these things. You know what I mean? Whatever. See, tap in and see what intuitively comes to you. So, the violet amethyst dragon would like you to become familiar with your true spiritual side. It wants to guide you towards belief. Call this incredibly beautiful dragon to you. Visualize it in front of you, radiating deep calm and perfect balance. Sit down and meditate with it. Be aware of the exact moment between breathing in and breathing out. The amethyst dragon would like to remind you that there is great power in prayer and will ask you to pray. Choose to whom you pray from the many choices available, your guardian angel, God, Buddha, an ascended master, such as Jesus, his mother Mary. I would say like Jesus and Mary Magdalene as well, because they're like one of my strongest guides, and they're definitely guiding a whole load of twin flames. Choose to whom you pray from the many choices. Oh yeah, I just read that bit. And whatever things you might ask in prayer, believe in you will receive. And again, CA again, because there must be something really big. I feel because if you watch this in real time, later on tonight it goes into Pisces moon, and Pisces is absolutely about prayer and surrendering and intention, everything like that. So miracles basically. Begin your prayer. Ask for a blessing so that you can become a blessing for all beings. Feel the deep peace inherent in prayer. Think of a topic that concerns you and for which you would like to pray and formulate a prayer. Recite it 3 times a day for 7 successive days, always at the same time each day. And what I would say is, if you're like, Claire, there's no way I'm going to do that, or I'm unlikely to, or, you know, I'll do it now as I'm watching this, but they're guiding me to say, you know, watch A, but I'm saying it again in case you don't watch A. If you've been watching me a long time and you resonate with my energy, and basically you believe me that I pray for everybody in public, on everybody that's subscribed in public, I pray for every day. But when you're part of the membership, I do put what I call extra oomph into it. Like I actually, you know, basically, yeah, set the intention, pray every single day. And it's kind of like you can pray for yourself and you can pray for your loved ones. But there is something to be said about the fact that I've been doing that for so long now. And like I said, it's to do with how empowered I am and everything. like my prayers, like, you know, I'm not just saying this, like it's the way that God uses me. My prayers do bring people out of the darkness, like, and I don't really need to do a whole lot. I need to show up, obviously, to do so, but which is why I keep stressing. So this is going to be relevant to you too. So listen what I'm saying, because it's just God speaking through me, the guide speaking through me. Basically, um, like that's why I'm extra protective of my energy, because being a divine feminine anyway, when you've been on the journey as long as what I have, that is how you should be. You should be so fiercely protective of your own energy that it should take people back a bit. And it's not being rude or assertive, it's just the fact that most people, majority of people's boundaries are so off, you know, and it actually, although it might trigger people at first, it actually helps people be like, oh right, maybe I should be more protective of my energy. So like I said, just know it is nothing personal. It's like it's part of the journey, and I have done the work to get there. So I am fiercely protective of myself and those I love. And yeah, and you guys, you know, you're part of the soul family, but it does mean that yeah, like for instance, or you know, one of my boundaries is one of the times in the moon cycle where I really protect my energy very strongly is a Pisces moon. So, you know, that's why I'm taking tomorrow off, along with all the filming and stuff. And it lands on a weekend anyway, so that's when I, you know, that it just happens that that's when I take time off anyway. But whenever the Pisces moon is, I usually do take that time, and I'll take, you know, if it's in the week, then I'll make up for it, and I'll maybe do some work over a weekend, but or I'll just take the extra rest because I know that I deserve it, you know, and you're worthy of that too. So it's not always that we necessarily make up the time elsewhere, especially when you do work like this. It's important to get lots of rest. So I feel you need a lot of rest, a lot of prayer, a lot of contemplation. This also, I feel for some of you, you could actually be in your dark night of soul, and if it's not you, it could be your person. Now it doesn't need to be that. Like this could just be that, like, you're like, say you've done a lot, you're very run down, you're burnt out, you're tired, and you need a rest. So you need to sort of hermit to get your energy back, and then you'll have your energy back in a couple of days, kind of thing. So you'll know what it is, but this could be a bit more prolonged, like somebody really is in a dark place, and you know you need to pray for yourself, or your person needs you to pray for them. So just you tune into what it is. So but yeah, basically I feel they're just getting me to stress that it's, I really do believe that, you know, to hold the intention for a group like that, it's the foundation of what I'm building upon. You know, it's all the energy that I've done, like with membership groups for, like I said, I don't even know what it is. It must be like 8 years now. It's something like that. I've ran different, you know, I've had breaks away from having memberships and stuff, but it's evolved over the different platforms. So, and like I always say, I can't guarantee I will always have a membership group, but just now, you know, I've had that since the summer, and it's there's been roller coaster moments, but it's kind of like, for the most part, it's like I said, people are, you know, basically every person's money seems to have improved at least in some way, and some people in a big way. But there's been, you know, benefits to people's life, even if it is just being covered a bit, feeling extra protected. Like they're reminding me, someone had said now that you know, it just feels like when I pray, and that's like not even like, so basically sometimes I'll show up and do a live stream on the membership, and pray, and like that person said they really feel it. It's like it's a supernova, like it really boosts whatever the person's praying about anyway. But like, you know, someone else has said that it's like they feel it, just they can feel me praying every day. Like some people really are that tapped in. So just, again, you'll know you, but just know that you don't need to join the membership to, you pray for you and start to feel the difference. But you know, it can be good to do that with others. So yeah, this is, I was just saying all that because it's like, if you don't want to do all this, after each prayer, perform a brief exercise. So this is saying, breathe in the light from the divine source via your crown chakra. Now, can I just say, there's a huge activation at the crown chakra, because crown chakra has come up so many different times over the last 48 hours. And like, you know, on the twin flame journey, if this is the masculines that are like really getting activations at the crown chakra, that is to do with Aquarius new moon energy, which is what these pick a cards are, you know, that's my intention for these. But so this really could be real time energy for some people, although it's timeless, you know, it will be for some real time for some people. It's basically, it's exciting because when the energy and the activations are going on at the upper chakras like that, the crown and the soul star and in the third eye where people are, that's what all the clarity that's coming through is about. That's divine masculine, male and female, seeing through the illusions, seeing through the lies, the deception, the karmic energies. It's exciting. I feel that's what's happening. Someone's coming out of the darkness and seeing crystal clearly. And again, my session is called Crystal Clear Clarity for a reason. I help people with seeing clarity, getting the clarity they need on something, whether it's things from really serious things to do with their life to business things to, you know, to help you on your purpose, all different things. So it says, now breathe the light back in through your heart and out through your root chakra, deep into the earth. Thank the violet dragon, sending it a golden thank you from the bottom of your heart. It has reminded you of something very valuable. Now, this thing about self-worth and value keeps coming through very strongly. And I meant to say it in another pile, but they're guiding me to say it now. And again, I feel most people will actually watch the whole video, but, you know, whatever, you know, you each decide to do. It's Uranus direct today in Taurus, which is about self-worth and value, money, your home, your assets, you know, and anything else in that kind of area. But what I'm feeling is, again, it's like someone has been in the darkness, healing their own, you know, wound of unworthiness. And, you know, on the true twin flame journey, that is a wound that you do have to heal. Nobody gets away from healing that. So if it only you'll deeply know whether you have actually healed that or not, or whether you've healed it enough, you know. But yeah, that's the one thing I can share about my own personal journey is when I was in my dark night of the soul, my big one, it was just like a looping every single day, felt the same, monotone. It was so boring, you know, some days I just felt so fucking down. And yeah, and it was just like meh. Everything just felt meh, you know what I mean? And it was, but like I said, I feel I was grateful that, like I said, I was single, didn't have any kids, and like I could just listen to audiobooks or read physical books and sleep loads. And so it's a bit different, you know, for those of you that have got dependents. When I've counselled people, you know, and done healing and therapy, like over the years, when I'm thinking of somebody that did have, like, you know, 3 kids and a husband, it can be quite, you know, quite difficult. It's an understatement, you know. It would just be going through the motions, but feeling very numb. So, you know, it's different for different people, and just know that if you are in that place and you do feel like I resonate, like I've helped many people through that, you know, because it's a process, you know. It's not a case of, oh, you book a session with me and you'll be out your dark night of soul. No, you have to go through this. It has to break down your ego, and that how long that takes for each person, well, it really depends. Like I always say, you know, the bigger the soul, the bigger the ego. So it's, you know, there can be a stubbornness. It's not always the way in which you think. It's a stubbornness. Like with me, it was like my ego did, like it was a stubbornness. It was like to, you know, release control, to like, yeah, it was really about that, to release control. But once I surrendered and just be like, right, I really just need to stay with this, like, and like I said, because this was so many years ago now, yeah, you're a completely different person on the other side of it. But like I said, I've got a really big soul with a big purpose, so, you know, the ego death is going to be pretty brutal. So but, you know, that can also look like you know, if you're going through the ego death, it could be like, you know, a willing, like an unwillingness to admit that you're wrong about something, or to apologize, or like your basically your pride and your ego and fear is telling you, you know, not to go towards something that would actually help you. So they can come through in so many different ways for different people. So I'm sure you know anyway, but someone must have needed the extra info. So, like I said for the other one, I'm going to ride. I'm going to. Excuse me. Maybe that's because the last one said Dragon Rider. But yeah, I was going to say I was going to read. But hey, maybe you're resonating with the first pile or something, or however that fits in. But I'm going to read the little paragraph, and then I'm going to read the bigger amount of it, which are good. They've got like little extra sort of meditation bits. I'm going to read that in the extended if you feel led to join us. And like I said, there's over 40 videos in there. There might even be more. I think there's over 40 videos in there, so you can. And like I said, the thing is, if you join and you don't want to stay, then you can always leave. You know what I mean? But we hope that you don't, because I would. That's what I do. See, like we've not had too many issues with that, but it's kind of like, if it was kind of like, I don't want people kind of joining, leaving, joining, leaving, joining, leaving. If it became disruptive, like, you know, I'd probably be like, you know, like get you to maybe think about, like, maybe, you know, you want to sort of maybe just get yourself in a better place for, you know, especially because like I said, it's not a huge amount. So it's kind of like, but again, that can't be, it can be, like, I know it can be. I've got subscription to things and it's like, and I'm like, ah, some days forget, and then, it's, so maybe, like, I think that's what they're trying to say. Like, this Uranus and Taurus is to do with finances. I think somebody listening to this, whether it's got anything to do, it's like you need to sit down and write down all your outgoings and your income, and work out what you place value on and what you don't. And like I said, it might happen to be that you're like, you know what, actually, I'm in a really dark place, and I feel led to have that extra support, that healing, or that place of privacy with what I'm going through, and join the membership. Yeah, I can do it. I'm placing value on it. Like, maybe sort of really put some thought and intention into it. And again, it might not even be joining my membership. It might be something else that you're led to help you. But yeah, sit and think about it, because, like I said, there's not too many people in there just now, and everyone that's in there is enjoying it. So, but yeah, I don't want it to be like a flippant kind of thing where people are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, because that would mess up the energy. But like I said, we haven't had that. So, right, something that has been troubling you, something dark within you or in your life, is about to become something else. You won't see it coming, but when the time is right, and it soon will be, out of the darkness will come new life. So again, that's very clear to me that that's really going to speak to some people that are in a dark place. You've been praying for your own healing, or your twin flame's been praying for you, and you're about to have a huge change. And I feel it is a lot to do with Uranus direct and Taurus. So not only can that affect you, so this could be like your finances haven't been very good, and then this, there's going to be a sudden change in your finances coming. But that's why I think they're stressing that although I'm very much the belief that, look, every penny counts, I'm such a believer in tithing, and that's why I know that whenever I've had things that people invest in me, whether it's through donations, like one-off or ongoing, or subscriptions or sessions, people get blessed back like tenfold, or or little miracles, because little miracles are amazing too. And it's just be open. Like I say, it's not always money. Like, sometimes it's opportunities come about for people on my radar, because it just, like, it just happens like that. And you're worthy and you're deserving of a miracle, whether it be through me or anyone else. So just be open to miracles. I feel you've been praying, and I feel, so like, could be literal financial, but if your money's okay, I feel this is like someone feeling like their money's okay, but you feel numb, you feel in the dark, you feel lost. And it's because money is just not the be all and end all. And I feel that might be the lesson for someone too. Your money literally actually is great, but you feel lost. And so I feel that's probably going to connect to, like, twin flame stuff, missing a twin flame and stuff. So at the perfect time and in the perfect way, I conquer all with love and life. I rise, I rise, I rise. That's beautiful. So I did add a few extra cards in for the ones, let's put some of these back. Now look at the ones that are sitting there from it. Forgiveness, return, sorry, apprehension, afraid, and cautious. I feel that could be relevant to this. I'm going to put them back, see if they come out, because we've got the Five of Cups, and look, that's a wolf with their hat. The wolf is always divine masculine energy to me, because that is my actual inner divine masculine, but whatever it means to you. But the wolf is really about actually masculine and feminine, but it's, this person's in regret, I feel, but they were just sitting there from before. But let's see if any of those cards come out again. And like I said, if you choose to join just the first level of the membership, you'll be able to see the rest of this. And as I said in the other pile, I am planning on getting that out before the weekend. But if it's not there over the weekend, it will be there, kind of, I'll do it on Tuesday kind of thing. But I think I will get it done before then. So, but it'll be coming. You've got loads of other things to watch. There's another Pick a Pile extended. So, what we got? Family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. So, God, that seems a bit loaded to now. I mean, we'll get into that in extended, but confessions and shock. Fucking hell. Right, okay. So, the funny thing is as well, I wasn't expecting that to come out. Like, so it just, that's why I was like, right, what's that like? That could be older family getting involved and stuff, but that definitely feels like it could be so many things. But look at what I was talking about. I was talking about someone I've helped, because I've helped loads of people like that, but somebody that actually does have kids and a husband in that case, so it could be, this could be like this could also be like someone is a husband to a family. But it's not great that we've got family, fertility, parenting, pregnancy, confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages. So you might not have known about this family, or you might not have known about an unexpected pregnancy. But the thing is, I just like to stress every time I say this, I would not be always going in to say that like this was a trap or a trick but because it's come out with the spider web, that's black magic, spell work, shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected, dishonesty, deception, trickery. That for at least someone, even if it's just one person, or unfortunately it's going to be a group, this has either happened in the past, it's happening now, or this is an important thing. This is maybe, I'm being so serious here. This is like Venus retrograde in Pisces. Pisces is confusion, illusion. It's also amazing things, but right now I'm focused on its confusion, illusion. It is trickery. Venus retrograde, you can fuck up, you can make mistakes. You think you're making the right decision, and then when it comes out of that, you're like, what the hell have I done? In this case, if it's already happened, it's happened, but it's like, definitely for the omen, because we're going in, I'm definitely going to have to do, right, no, anyway, this one can go out. The extended doesn't need to be, but I will just try and do the extended. I wondered why they got me to do it. It must be really important. It's like basically like this weekend, if you're watching this real time, it is prime time escaping into drugs and alcohol, just drink whatever, like, escaping into things. And it's with that we're not even in the retrograde, but definitely watch out when we're in it. But we're in the pre-retrograde, the pre-shadow. And this is definitely prime time, oh, I'm pregnant, you know what I mean? But it's like, it would be like somebody's like trapped somebody. And then, like I said, so that's why I'm like, for some people, it's already happened, because it's like, this could be someone's coming forward to say that this has happened. But like I said, like, this could be years ago, this could be months ago, this could be going on right now, this could be, this could be awarded. Yeah. If you don't want to end up with an instant, shocking, like, basically, like, unexpected pregnancy. That, look, we literally got it there. Unexpected pregnancy. And it's someone's trying to trap somebody. Confession. That could even be a karmic, actually. I mean, that's highly unlikely, but that could even be somebody being, I don't know, there's something, I can't be bothered sort of diving into that, because I can't stand ones like that, but it is the energy. So it's just, and then look, that puts a whole different spin on this too, doesn't it? Like somebody's in a dark place because they realise they've been tricked. Again, must stress, not everyone's use discernment. It's a general reading, but anyway, I'm going to go on the next one because I've got a time frame today. So we'll go on to see now. You can get I would say if any of this was right, you can get the extended to this if you join the membership. But like I said, yeah, go on to the next one. Right, so last but not least, and like I said, I would say, I can't even remember what I said in the first one. A and B could tie on from each other, but B was really specific, and you'll see what happened there. So, just again, watch them all if you're guided to, but you can just decide. So, water chalice. Alba, the queen of all dragons, is white as freshly fallen snow, and her scales are set with 1,000 sparkling diamonds. She is the guardian of the four chalices, the protector of the four elements, and the warden of the holy hall of baptism in which the chalice stand. This very day the great White Queen has invited you to take part in a baptism in the element of water. The baptism is a rite of rebirth, a ritual cleansing. Baptism is a threshold from the old to the new way of being. Prepare yourself for this ritual by washing and dressing in white clothing. Prepare your room, light several candles, and play some pleasant music. Make yourself comfortable, lay the cards on your heart. So obviously you can't do that because the card's there. But you can visualize standing before the great chalice. 3 steps lead up to the water chalice, but take your time. Visualize laying aside your clothing, then mount the 3 steps and climb into the challenge. Now I'm going to send you, as I'm saying this, healing energy, for it feels like a bit of deliverance here going on. But again, depending on what's going on in your life, you might need to book a personal session, but I'm putting that energy in there. Dive in and let yourself sink deep inside. Water is the cradle of life. Wash yourself clean of all your limitations. Water is the fullness of all possibilities. Feel the holy water of the chalice on your skin, how it carries and surrounds you. You sink to the floor of the chalice, where you let go of the unbeliever within you. Your clear intent is sufficient, but strengthen it with your inner voice. I'm letting go of the unbeliever within me, right here, right now. Repeat those words several times if you need to. Now rise to the surface of the water chalice, filled with a new awareness. Anything is possible. Make these words your mantra for the rest of your life. And if you open your eyes, I now see they were pulling my eyes to this. I'm sorry, please forgive me. So it's kind of quite interesting because the pile 2 is like you'll see how that all sort of happens. So it's kind of like it could all sort of follow on, but it might not. But there's something here about, I feel if this is you, like you're having trouble forgiving yourself for something. And like I said, if it does connect to the last one, it could be that like for not seeing through some kind of illusion or trick or something like that. It doesn't need to be specific to that, but that was specific, so just take that with resonates. But I feel it is about, yeah, maybe not having been able to forgive yourself or something. But right, so let's read 12 now, and then like I said, I'll read the more extended bit of this card in the extended. So new worlds are calling you forth. Oh, so that's talking about a new world, and this is talking about new worlds. This is definitely new, leaving the old earth behind, I would say, for the new earth. New worlds are calling you forth where the old rules don't apply. It might seem strange or freeing or wild or even scary at first, but you're meant to explore these new worlds. You will gain so much from the experience. There's no need to be afraid. Also, that card came up in the live stream. So, like I said, I've not had this deck very long, and the same cards keep coming out. So that's definitely a message in itself. Also, the 12th of February is significant here, and I mentioned that yesterday in the live too, and I didn't click, but I did last night, that the 12th is actually the Leo full moon. So again, everyone knows I love a Leo moon. So the Leo full moon, is always a really happy, celebratory time. It's just really fun energy. So, and she's got balloons here, but she doesn't look too happy. I mean, this could be you, male or female, but, it kind of looks like to me like she needs to let those balloons. That feels like something that's holding her back, but it depends how you see it. Mushrooms could be significant too. I wouldn't know, but I'm being pulled into them. So the affirmation is: new worlds, faces and places, bring me to the free graces of love, luck and laughter, ever increasing from now till hereafter. Yeah, so the fact that it says love, luck and laughter, that really sort of screams full moon and Leo too. So like I said, if you do choose to join the membership, either the first or the second level, then but that you only need to join the first level to get extended and all the other videos. But yeah, I'll do some extra messages, but I'll do some extra messages for the people in the public too. Like I said, I just kind of feel because of some of the omens, I would say, or this is, they just, I did wonder because I've not really got time to do this, but it's they guided me to do it. So like I said, I'm primarily here to help the divine masculine, female and male, and I know why that's happened, because it's basically, get used to these kind of warnings. It's because it's the Venus retrograde soon, but we are in the post shadow. So, and because it's a Pisces moon, that's why I'm warning people that whether alcohol's involved or not, or whatever else, this is like really deceptive energy. So it's like I said, it's also a very dreamy, romantic energy. But you see how I put the two together? It could be, there's beer goggles, there's love goggles, but hopefully for the majority of people, you're through all of these tests and challenges, and I'd say actually, if that's like someone's past as well, like it'll be a few people's past, it's like, this has been born again, and you deserve happiness kind of thing. But it's present or it's not, it's whatever. So standstill. So you're at a bit of a standstill right now. Or I feel whoever this is for, you or someone coming towards you, has been at a standstill for a long time, but they're about to take a risk, and there's going to be a lot of happiness. Yeah, there's a lot to do with, I'd say, the Aries moon, which comes about Sunday night, or a fire moon anyway, but definitely something to do with the fire moon, the Leo full moon on the 12th of February, because the 12's on the card. Right, so, but I'm going to leave that there. So like I said, I'll get this one out as soon as possible, as soon as it uploads. I'm absolutely praying for anyone who needs it for any of these situations, and yeah, have a lovely the rest of your new moon in Aquarius. And if you happen to watch this randomly at some other time, because of the nature of what's come through in each of the piles, I would be really interested to hear what that's all about. And the comments are off just now, so you can email me, and yeah, just let me know if you need, if you need to sort of, not even if you need to, like I would be interested to know, like, who that connects with. And even if you've had, like, even if it was, some of this was kind of like, you could see how, oh, that could have come about and that's actually given me a warning, that would be really interesting too. So whatever that makes sense to you, yeah, I'll leave you, and I'll see you on the live if you're joining me, if this uploads before that, but see you later.